And this is Inside Out South. First tonight, they promise a fortune, but it can end up costing you thousands. Those lottery scammers just don't give up. But how are they getting away with it? Well, when two ladies told us they'd had enough, we thought we'd help them get their money back. So, what do we know about Romsey? Well, wonderful Norman Abbey, of course, started life as a nunnery, built in the 900s. Home to St Ethelfeda, famous for standing naked, chanting psalms in the freezing waters of the River Test. Also home to the Reverend Berthan, inventor of the collapsible lifeboat, as used on the Titanic. And home to a certain post office box number, which is why we're here. Congratulations, you are a winner. The truth is that dodgy overseas lotteries claiming you've won thousands of pounds are costing British pensioners their life savings, and it's proved too much for a couple of very determined ladies.
I'm going to knock on the door. I'll pay them a visit, so watch out everybody, because I'm coming for you. And I want my dad's prizes.
Don't think because you're forewarned you're armed, because you're not. When you get into that situation, which we could all end up being like that, when your mind just starts to ease off a bit and you need more thinking time and you can't fully understand everything, that's when they'll strike. And when they strike, they'll take you for absolutely everything.
Hi there, hi. The hunt for a company called Vital Beauty led to Romsey Post Office. Let's go find this PO box then. Here, the trail went cold, but we traced the box number to a local mail handling business. It processes millions of pounds from vulnerable people like Marilyn Baldwin's mother.
That's to release your money.
Jessica spent all her waking hours filling in forms. Huge cash prizes. Her daughter was so concerned she set up a website to help other victims.
And do you think that you've won on this one?
I know I've won it.
How sure are you?
I'm 100% sure that.
There was no doubt about it. My mother had won it. I mean, apart from the fact that she did come from a generation that was built on trust and obedience, I mean, these letters were all time sensitive. They were all regular instructions, you know, what she got to do and when she got to do it, how much she got to send. But apart from that, she was also suffering from age-related declining mental health, which meant that she was very vulnerable to this kind of thing. She couldn't think things through. She found the words like guaranteed winner, dear winner. She believed it. She just couldn't think it through. But you keep still spending money.
Well, that's a known thing. No, it's not something.
The brainwash. It's not just you that
Possibly I wasn't showing you then. They're not going to take them off you and go to Bristol and they'll get in trouble. It's against me. And everything is going to go against me.
We tried to stop my mum from responding and sending cash. But it's almost like they've got a hold over them. They build this delusional world that becomes the victim's reality, and the victim becomes trapped in that world. The real world can't penetrate it. I couldn't reason with my mum. It's taking over your life. Yeah, but it doesn't matter how many you get, it's still taking all your money. It's taking over your life.
It doesn't matter anymore, it's just run out.
This is a selection, a small selection, of some of the stuff that my dad ordered.
Alison's father Harold also received prize promises along with catalogues inviting him to order goods. Like so many others, he was convinced he had to place an order to get his cash.
We had about 8 sacks full of all this stuff. One sack was just full completely of vitamin tablets. Another sack full of Vital Beauty soaps and creams and shampoo. I tried to do a car boot sale to get some of the money back, and I couldn't even sell it for 10 pence.
Thank you.
And he's paid £7.50 for a bar of soap. So, and I couldn't car boot it for 10p. He wouldn't even go away on holiday or go anywhere because he was obsessed with, I've got to reply, because the main thing that it says on these letters is reply within 7 days, otherwise you've lost the money, basically. So people are pressured into doing it and acting impulsively and responding.
This one's addressed to my dad. It came yesterday. I can already confirm that it is for at least £20,000.
We went away for a weekend and even wrote to them to tell them that he was going away. And then when he'd been in hospital once, after having another stroke, he even wrote and said, I'm sorry, and apologised to them for not replying sooner, and could he still be considered for the, for the prize, because he'd been in hospital.
Now, most bogus lottery scams are run from abroad, like this one by Stefan Alec, who operates out of the extremely interesting country of Belgium. Now, in 2007, he promised to stop sending misleading prize draws to UK customers. He promised the Office of Fair Trading that he would cease publishing adverts giving the misleading impression to recipients that they'd won huge amounts of cash. Which is funny, because here's one he sent just last month. The owner of Vital Beauty, Stefan Alec, claims he has abided by the OFT ruling, which asked him to make it clear in at least font size 8 that this is really a prize draw and no purchase is necessary. But for all the small print, he's still sending out letters that seem to tell the elderly they've won a prize and should place an order to claim it. So clearly, Stefan Alec's promise to the OFT is worth about as much as his promises to scores of elderly people to send cheques worth thousands of pounds. The ladies' search for their parents' prize ends at the mail handling company Emery, Stefan Alec's agent in the UK, where they meet a man who claims to be the owner's husband.
I've come to claim a father prize.
Look, this is here.
Look, it says
winner of a super prize cheque, and it's been
delivery within 48 hours, but we've not had it, so we've just come.
You've been selected to declare the winner of a super claim today. One of the amounts is concerned. That's an absolute certainty. So one of these amounts is. So who do we see about collecting our prize?
Nobody here. There's nobody here who's in connection with the prize.
What we want to know is, the mailings, you said your wife deals with the mailings, so she reads this all the time, so she knows that people are being guaranteed prizes that are never ever going to arrive. And these people that are guaranteed it are like my mother, who for 5 years bought Vital Beauty products, not because she wanted it, but because she thought she was just one order away from the guaranteed prize.
And the same with my father.
That never ever materialised. And these people that are, in my mother's case, declining mental health problems, is being sucked in, and you know what they do? They sit waiting for the Vital Beauty.
The ladies are asked to make an appointment and come back without cameras before the management will see them.
They believe that they have genuinely won. You might not be directly involved, but your wife is seeing these letters that go out. She's getting paid. These victims aren't, and they never ever will be paid.
Is that Mr. Gebbit?
The director of Emery is listed as Nick Gebbit, and the girls think they've spotted him.
Nick Gebbit.
Mr. Gebbit refused to speak to us, saying the BBC wouldn't edit any interview in an impartial way. He said Emery was just a mail handling company and had nothing to do with prize promises.
This is a multi-million-pound business. You're not telling me that they're sending out hundreds of thousands or getting contacted by hundreds of thousands of Vital Beauty customers and they don't know the score. I mean, I know my own personal experience. I've rung time and time again and told them about these guaranteed prizes that never materialise, and there's many people doing the same thing as me. They're quite happy to live off the backs of Vital Beauty and get their profit out of the mailings and the correspondence and taking their orders. So of course they know what they're doing, but they just want to keep quiet about it and carry on raking it in.
You're upsetting me by doing it, so I don't want to see you keep sending me money off.
I don't worry about you upsetting you. Think about me being upset when I offered mine as much as my life left. I'm going to say now, I'm really going to tell you about it. I'm going to bring you to say that, but I can't stand it anymore.
But I'm the one trying to help. They're the ones.
You're not helping. I just want to get on with my private life.